Howdy guys, it's been a little bit of time in between rants and I thought what better way to spend my Monday without my wife or work or toddler than in front of a camera talking to myself. A couple of weeks ago, Ultimate Guitar did a top 25 YouTube guitarists and I was number 15 and someone sent it to me and I got tagged in a bunch of posts. People going, hey man, how does it feel? How cool is this? And I was like, I actually don't feel anything. I was like, what's that about? Like, why don't you feel anything? I had a bit of time to sort of reflect, and I guess this is kind of a bit of a therapy session for me to kind of get some stuff out as well. But I've been on YouTube for it's a bit more than 7 years now. I think it was the 12th of March in 2012 that I started, 15th maybe. And so I guess the first couple of years of that, you take all of the compliments really, really well. You're like, oh my God, someone on the other side of the world's watching my videos. This is so amazing. I've got 50 subscribers now. How cool is that? And, there's this high from all of the validation you get from other people. And then the negative comments just absolutely tear you down. It's like, why is this stranger that I've never met telling me that I'm a piece of shit and my content is worthless? All of these things that I've put hours and hours of time into practicing, learning, recording, then editing together and then uploading. Why is that being torn down? Why does it have such little value? And then as everything progresses, the compliments start to be just something that you get every day. I mean, I do appreciate the love that I get, but it doesn't have the same emotional impact that it once did because it's just sort of comes with the turf. And now the haters, I have so much fun, just trying to pwn in return or just, water off a duck's back. You have to get a thicker skin eventually. Otherwise you won't survive in this kind of industry or business. So when I received the notification that I was top 15 out of 25, it's an okay number. It's not the best, but I was in good company with Ben Eller and Sarah Longfield and, who else can I think of? Jared Dines was in there as well. There were some stupid ones like Jess Greenberg and K-Mac was in there. I love K-Mac. And Angry Dad, that guy who's always yelling at his guitar, he was number 3. So I was like, okay, well the voting system's got some merit, but also there's some really, really dumb things in here. And then I remembered back to my time when I was writing for Ultimate Guitar for 2 years. It was incredibly toxic. I once heard someone say that Ultimate Guitar is the arse cancer of the music community, and it's pretty bad. I wouldn't go as far as that, and I think there's some of you on here that are probably positive and excellent users of that, those forums and that community. So I don't want to tear you all down, but there were definitely some negative people who were just watching your videos, waiting for you to screw up, going 35 seconds, he missed a note. I'm going to write that down. And there was just so many people like that. And you see some of the battles that people were getting into about, do you use tube, do you use valve, solid state, blah, blah, blah. Do you use the cage system or 3 notes per string? And it was just the most intensely pompous and arrogant community from what I saw a couple of years ago. And I just said, look, I'm not writing for you guys. I'm not going to go onto your website because I make all my own tabs anyway. See you later. I don't want to be a part of it. So something that has, come into, would you call it an award? Something that has fallen into my lap as somewhat of an award didn't mean anything to me. And I guess I wanted to talk a little bit about that today, but things that are, I guess, more important to me as a musician now than just the validation of, votes or likes and that kind of thing. Since joining a band, my outlook has changed. I had a band practice last month for the first time in 6 years because my last band breakup was really, really bad. We just had a massive falling out and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to make YouTube videos and concentrate on being a father and a husband and doing all of that. It was a little bit messy and I was glad to be done with it. And when this Teramaze opportunity came, I was like, I want to practice really hard and get to band practice and not look like a fool. So I was playing through the songs and at the end of one of the songs, the lead guitarist goes, I'm kind of singing here. Do you want to take a solo? And I was like, I kind of know what he's doing. I'll work off some of his themes and then improvise the rest of it. So we've played this song for the first time, and I've sort of winged this solo near the end, and then as soon as the whole band stopped, the drummer looked at me and he's like, "Zoupa, man, you frickin' rocked that." And I was like, thanks guys. And that moment of an actual human making eye contact with me and saying, "Hey dude, thank you for putting in the effort. That works in this context, and you're part of the gang now." That was one of the best, sort of musical validation moments I've had in years. And I think that's really important for us to be looking for, is working with other musicians and getting that emotional and psychological validation from adding into bands and friendships, and just, I guess, getting away from our freaking computers, because it's all pretend. I'm looking right now over the top of this camera at my 100,000 subscribers plaque, and it's awesome. But at the same time, it's like I can't even figure out how many people that would look like in front of me. It doesn't feel real to me. But connecting with another human being and having a conversation, having that validation, is more important than any poll on a website could possibly be. Anyway, I don't really know where this rant went. It was a bit of an interesting one, but if you have any comments or any things that you would like to add, or anything that I said that had value or made sense, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say if you want to add to this discussion. I'm Chris Zoupa. I will see you all again very soon. Mwah.